This is the Darlene Show. Today is the 6th of January, and I want to talk about Kyrie Irving joining the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, one thing about it, when you were Kevin Durant, why would you want to leave and go to the Dallas Mavericks with Luka? Luka is a dynamic scorer, but he gotta have the ball in his hand. And if it didn't work out with Kevin Durant, what make people think it's gonna work out with Luka? I mean, Kevin Durant, I feel like was a dynamic scorer. He could get you in the basket you wanted to get with the Nets, and he came to the Nets because of Kyrie Irving. The thing about Kyrie Irving is this right here. He wouldn't even been on the Nets if it weren't for Kevin Durant. And he bounced. He left the team like the weather. The thing is, and I feel like he gonna play for until this summer, then he gonna go join the LA Lakers with LeBron James. Cause only somebody who was able to keep him in check was LeBron. You can see the relationship that they had, how they play with one another, and I think it's gonna come down to that. I literally think, no doubt about it, that when this summer's up, I think he will be going to the Lakers. Cause I don't see him re-signing with the Dallas Mavericks. Cause if you couldn't play with Kevin Durant, what makes you think what makes people think it's gonna be better? With Luka, I mean Luka it's a ball dominant guard, and I don't see how them two can play together. I mean it just might work, but I thought for sure it was gonna work with Kevin Durant, and it didn't. So I can't wait to see how this turn out. The only way I can see it literally working if the Dallas Mavericks win a championship. And I don't see that happening. Because one thing about it, I got Boston definitely winning it this year because of the team they got. And you look at the team, Kyrie Irving, one team went to Boston when he first got traded. That didn't work. I mean, you think about because at the time, Jalen and Jason Tatum, they were still young. Just think about how good they could have been if Kyrie Irving had stayed on that team. That didn't work. And then they were traded from Boston, and then I think that's when he went to the Nets with Kevin Durant. And at the time, they didn't even want Kyrie. But you add a Kevin Durant and look what happened. Cause you think about it, Kevin Durant had a chance to go to New York. That's where everybody thought he was going at the time. But Kyrie wanted to go to the Brooklyn Nets, and that's where he went to. See, the thing is that then you leave him high and dry. It all started when you didn't want to get the coronavirus shot. You had made it in your mind that you wouldn't get the shot. And so when it comes down to it, it just didn't work. Now you go to Dallas and, and you play with Luke. That's the I mean, then you talk about two of the best point guards in the league. But what got me thinking, if it didn't work out with Kevin Durant, I don't see it working with Luka Doncic. I don't. Cause Luka Doncic is a dominating guard that got to have the ball in his hand. What's gonna happen if Kyrie Irving don't get the shots he wants? Is he gonna start building on the team too? Because I literally thought this year that it could have worked out. I literally did, y'all. I thought they had a great chance at making this thing work. But it didn't work, and I can't wait to see how this goes now. Because I literally think that at the end of this summer, I believe that he would end up going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Because LeBron was under somebody that literally kept him in check at the time. He knew how to play with him. He knew his move swings. Kyrie Irving was one of those players that he was sometimes. Sometimes you can get along with him, sometimes you can't. He was one of them players that he didn't mind talking to you sometimes, but then sooner or later he kept himself, and LeBron knew. I literally don't see it working in Dallas like I will see it working with the LA Lakers. Cause LeBron let him be Kyrie Irving. And he didn't realize how good he had it then. The thing is, we'll see. But this is a fun idea because you want to see how these two teams gonna work. And I literally don't see it happen. I don't. I mean, let's be real about it. You see how things go, but sometimes you don't know how good you got it until it's gone. And the thing that got me like this, Kevin Durant was his boy. I mean, I thought they were best friends. And you left him with the Nets when he really didn't want to go there. He wanted to go to the New York Knicks. That's where he wanted to go. And then it literally just didn't work out the way that he thought it could work. No doubt about it. But we will find out. We will see how this thing goes. And I can't wait to find out. Let's move on to Super Bowl Sunday. This Sunday on the breaker, we got the Super Bowl, We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And what a matchup this gonna be when you talk about two number one seeds coming out the NFC and the AFC. It's gonna be a epic Super Bowl, one of the best I think we ever seen. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if if Patrick Mahomes get the ball at the end, Kansas City will be the Super Bowl champions. But if Philadelphia come out with Jalen Hurts and they decide to end this game, then the Philadelphia Eagles will be Super Bowl champions. And I think the way they can end it, if they're gonna have to stick with the run, if they do that, if they run the ball, what that's gonna do is keep Pat Mahomes on the sideline. And that way, and then you lose possessions. If you keep Pat Mahomes on the sideline, Philadelphia run the ball, then you got a chance at becoming Super Bowl champions. That's just what it is, and that's just how it is. Let's move on to the next topic. And I want to bring up again about Memphis and that loss that come up on Saturday. We looking at two teams in Memphis, no doubt about it. The Grizzlies and the Tigers is going on a little bit of a loser streak. I mean, when you look at the Grizzlies, they still number two in the West right now. But Memphis, they cannot lose no more games because if they do, they in big time trouble. They won't make the tournament. But I think what hurt that team more than anything, they lost out on offensive scores. Cause you look at what Money Bay's doing in Eastern Michigan, the boy's putting on the show right now. He is dominating. And I think if Memphis had had that right there, I think they most definitely could have been a team to be reckoned with. But since they don't got it, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what literally hurting that team more than anything. And we gotta see how things go, but they gonna have to continue to win if they want a shot at making the tournament. That's my time to say, y'all. I love y'all so much. Please subscribe to my show. Take care of yourself. And y'all know what to do. Keep on wigging it, y'all. I'm out.